fix the car.
Yeah.
Princess Diana.
Yeah.
Falls in line. I prayed for you before I called you mine. Oh, I can't believe it's true sometimes. Oh, I can't believe it's true. I get to love you. It's the best thing that I'll ever do. I get to love you. It's a promise I'm making to you. Whatever may come, your heart I will choose. Forever I'm yours, forever I do. I get to love you. I get to love you. The way you love, it changes who I am. I am undone. Nothing God wants again. Oh, I can't believe it's true sometimes. Oh, I can't believe it's true. I get to love you. It's the best thing that I'll ever do. I get to love you. It's a promise I'm making to you. Whatever may come, your heart I will choose. Forever I'm yours, forever I do. I get to love you. I get to love you. I get to love you. I get to love you.
May I begin by welcoming you all here today to Painting for the marriage of Ben and Danielle. My first duty is to advise you all that this place in which we are now met has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriages. And we are here today to witness the joining in matrimony of Benjamin James Ferguson and Danielle Leslie Rees. It's also my duty to advise you that as no legal objection has been made against this marriage, it may now take place. So would all of our guests like to take their seats, please? In this short but meaningful civil ceremony, Ben and Danielle are going to formally pledge their love. They're going to unite in marriage and offer each other the security that comes from promises, sincerely made and faithfully kept. And we're here to witness what really is at heart a private moment between them, as they make a commitment to one another for the rest of their lives. All of you have been invited here today because Ben and Danielle wish you to share this special day with them. So together, we are going to celebrate their love, acknowledge their union, and support their commitments to one another. And we're starting today with a time-honoured tradition where a bride is escorted to her marriage ceremony by someone who plays a special role in her life. And today that honour has fallen to Danielle's dad, Les. So Les, I ask you, I will. Do you willingly and with your love bring your daughter here today to be married to Ben? Thank you. I'm going to ask you to take your seat now. I'm going to ask you just to come forward. I'm going to say, just concentrate on one another. I'm now going to ask you each a question. This question is called the affirmation of intent. And it's really asking, what is your intention here this afternoon? Do you intend to marry? And you'll be pleased to know then that I always start with the group, so I'm going to take the lead in all of this. Ben, will you take Danielle to be your wife, to be loving and loyal to her for the rest of your life?
I do, yes.
And Danielle, will you take Ben to be your husband, to be loving and loyal to him for the rest of your life? She said that very quietly, but she does. Before you are joined in matrimony, I have to remind you both of the solemn and binding character of the vows that you are about to make. This civil wedding ceremony is based on laws passed as far back as 1837, but the essence of the vows and the declarations that you say to one another have remained basically unchanged since then. The marriage ceremony requires that the couple state they are free lawfully to marry, and they make a binding contract of marriage with each other. Ben and Danielle have chosen the vows that they wish to say to each other here today. They've also written some very special words that they're going to say, and they've chosen to exchange wedding rings to seal these vows and promises. Marriage, according to the law of this country, is described as the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life. Exactly. But I'm sure all of you would agree that marriage is so much more than this. It's more than this short ceremony and the words that you are about to say to each other. A successful marriage gives each person room to grow, but space to breathe. It provides support and comfort in good times, maybe more importantly in those times that are more testing and demanding. Marriage is a promise between two people who are not only the best of friends, but who love and trust each other. And for you, your marriage will be unique to you. This is your special partnership in which you may continue to discover and bring out the very best in each other. And really, your ceremony is simply a statement that in fact there is no one you would rather spend your life with than the person standing here with you this afternoon. So let me take you through your legal declarations. Firstly, I'm going to ask each of you in turn to declare that you know of no legal reason why you shouldn't be married to each other. And again, Ben, I'm going to turn to you first of all. This time I'm going to ask you to repeat these words after me. I declare that I know of no legal reason why I, Benjamin Ferguson, may not be joined in marriage to Danielle Rees. Okay.
Easy.
Danielle, please repeat repeat after me. I declare that I know
I declare that I know
of no legal reason
of no legal reason
why I, Danielle Rees,
why I, Danielle Rees,
may not be joined in marriage
may not be joined in marriage
to Benjamin Ferguson.
to Benjamin Ferguson.
Thank you. You did it better. The second of the declarations I'm now asking you to make are the contracting words of your marriage. I'm now going to ask you to repeat a short declaration of very few words, but the significance of these can't be underestimated. These are the words that form the contract of your marriage and the words that make you husband and wife. And then you're each going to follow this statement with the special words that you've written for one another. Are you ready then?
Yeah.
Please repeat after me. Make sure you say them to Danielle. I, Benjamin Ferguson,
I, Benjamin Ferguson,
take you, Danielle Rees,
take you, Danielle Rees,
to be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife. Thank you. Yeah. So, Danielle, I promise to give you all my love, forever and always. To always give you my best, which is the least that you deserve. I promise to always tidy up around you, and to always stroke your hair at night. I promise to always be your loving husband, and provide you with support in everything that you do.
Yeah.
Please repeat these words after me. I, Danielle Rees,
I, Danielle Rees,
take you, Benjamin Ferguson,
take you, Benjamin Ferguson,
to be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband. Ben, I promise to make you smile every day. I promise to never stop bringing laughter and goofiness to our relationship and to always find your terrible jokes funny. I promise to always be the best mum to bear and our future golden retrievers. I promise to always be your loving wife and your best friend and to love you today, tomorrow and always. I can't wait to see whatever life has in store for us. Whatever it is, I know it will be perfect because you'll be by my side.
That's lovely, thank you. Now, Ben and Danielle are now going to seal the vows and the promises that they've made to each other with the exchange of wedding rings. And a wedding ring is given as a token of love. It's an unbroken circle, and that symbolises unending and everlasting love because it has no beginning, so it has no end. Now these rings, I'm sure, have been chosen by Ben and Danielle with lots of love and care, and we believe they're now safely in the hands of Dan. So Dan, would you like to come forward? Let's just open the box for us. And then take the ring that you're presenting to Danielle. Place it on the tip of her chosen finger. And I'm going to ask you to repeat these words after me. Again, these are words that you've specially written for one another. Danielle, I give you this ring
Danielle, I give you this ring
as a way of showing
as a way of showing
just how much I love you
just how much I love you
and my commitment to you.
and my commitment to you.
On this day,
On this day,
I give you my hand
I give you my hand
and my heart.
and my heart.
Do you want to sit that one?
Yeah, we on? Yeah. My
Danielle, take the ring that you're presenting today. And thank you, Dan. You might take the sit. And again, place it on the tip of his chosen finger. Yeah. Support his hand with your other hand. That's it. And say these words to him. Ben, I give you this ring
Ben, I give you this ring
as a way of showing just how much
as a way of showing just how much
I love you
I love you
and my commitment to you.
and my commitment to you.
On this day,
On this day,
I give you my hand
I give you my hand
and my heart.
and my heart.
That's it. We'll sit down.
There we go.
It's not going on.
No.
We're on.
Okay. Stay on your hands. Just take a moment to reflect on the wedding rings that you just exchanged. You're now going to wear these every day, and you're wearing them as an outward sign of the promises that you made to each other here today. You wear them with pride, cherish them for the love that they represent. And not just the love between the both of you, but of all of your family and friends who are here with you today, who have joined you. You've now begun a new chapter in your life together. You've made promises of love and commitment, which you sealed with the exchange of wedding rings and bound in a contract of marriage. You're holding the hand of your wife, of your husband, your partner, friend and love. And that really is a special gift. I'm sure I speak on behalf of everyone when I say we hope that the feelings of love you obviously have for each other will deepen and grow even stronger throughout the years to come. Having made the declaration through by law, in the presence of your guests, your witnesses and Miranda, the Registrar of Marriages, you have made a binding contract of marriage with each other, and it therefore gives me very great pleasure to declare you are now husband and wife, and you may seal your marriage with a kiss. Married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Ferguson.
Hello everyone and welcome to this lovely wedding. Don't think I want to speak for too long, so I'll try and keep this short and sweet. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Dan. I've known Ben since we were about 4 years old. We went to primary school together at Little Ridge. And then through secondary school we did go our separate ways and probably lost touch a little bit. But then through college we sort of reunited and sort of reformed our friendship group, and that's where we sort of all became sort of friends for life, and there's a sort of majority of the table over there. And then obviously at uni we went our separate ways again. Ben took a year up to try and decide that he didn't want to work in the golf kiosk for the rest of his life. And then we sort of settled back in Bexhill at our sort of parents' homes afterwards and started on our working life. So as the best man, I thought it's only right of me to sort of relive some of Ben's finer moments. And having known him for quite a long time, we did have a few photos, and I know you do love to have photos up, and so we just cycled through these. So the first one here, I will be leaving these up display for everyone to sort of view at their leisure. So this one is a very old photo from sort of circa about year 2000. There's me, Ben, and Glenn sort of sat over there. Ben's the very small one. Oh look, there's another one from around the same time. Some memories for you. And next we have Ben's finest sporting achievement, playing for Little Ridge 18. And then we sort of move on into secondary school when we actually went to the Justin Bieber years. Ben's biggest fan. I think we have another photo of a sort of similar style haircut as we went into college where everyone decided we wanted long hair. So, and then afterwards, obviously Ben went to university where there's a lot of job opportunities, and here he is trying out to be an astronaut. So, uni lot. And then we've got a couple from later life when we went to Creamfields Festival. Ben thought pink hair would be a suitable option for the festival. And I've got another one from Creamfields as well, which is just a personal favourite of mine. And sorry, Kira, I know you hate this picture. And then this one, I don't really know when this was taken. But it's a photo that I came across and I sort of couldn't help but share it. I just sort of had to have this out there at some point. Well, it's Adam and Claire's, I seem to recognise, but it was probably New Year's Eve at some point. So, and then, yeah, that one we'll save for a bit later. So, I mean, that's just Ben's sort of like basic sort of life story there, showing a few pictures. I did think about getting some from the stag do, but there was quite a lot on there that we shouldn't be showing pictures of. So now on to why we're actually here. So a little under 5 years ago, Ben, Kira and I were down at the pump house in Hastings Old Town, sort of discussing sort of people that we've met in the on the dating scene, and Ben had mentioned that there was someone that he particularly liked, and then he'd been on a date with her, and then 2, 3, 4 dates went by, and eventually we actually got to meet Danielle for ourselves, and we were very lucky indeed. Danielle fits seamlessly into our group, being naturally kind and caring, bringing your sort of bright energy to every social occasion. As a couple, you're sort of wonderfully suited for one another. You share a keen interest in eating, drinking, just living a sort of happy sort of life close to friends and family, and also hiding away, cuddled up, watching Love Island, or Below Deck, something like that. Great. So I don't think it's sort of any secret that Ben and Danielle can be a little bit of a liability on nights out. It sort of strangely works the dynamic between them that there's always one of you that will be probably worse for wear. The other one will sort of help you make it home, and then you sort of deal with whatever happens afterwards. But it usually ends up with one of you in the bathroom. So I do remember on one particular Christmas occasion, I have a sort of fond or vague memory of Danielle in the back of a taxi, eyes closed, arm in the air, sort of swaying side to side, with a lovely rendition of E17 Stay Now, which we might be lucky enough to hear later. Sort of a key moment that sort of came in your relationship, though, was at quite a serious time during the COVID pandemic. But as with many people, we had sort of had to make a decision to move in with each other. and fortunately it sort of helped your relationship to thrive. I mean, you're very lucky and you made some sort of happy memories along the way. Surviving sort of numerous lockdowns together is sort of one way to really show that your sort of relationship's going to sort of stand for the long run. Subsequently, you're sort of fortunate enough to sort of land on the property market, and you, much to my pleasure indeed, you actually settled down in Bexhill. So, and since then, you've also become the proud parents of Bear. So it must be noted at this point that on the stag do Ben did a fantastic impression, which is one of the funniest things that you've said to us there. Yeah, he basically just jumped off a sofa into a wall. So I think that we can all agree that Ben's sort of Advent proposal, it was meticulously planned. And it sort of deserves a special mention. I think it would be right not to, because it did take a lot of planning and to sort of get it all to come off in such a lovely way. It really showed and complements your relationship, and it sort of permits you to wear matching pyjamas as well, which I think was the final picture I had as well. And so on that note, I think it's only right that I should mention that I've got one more thing that got brought up last night, which I've just had to add into the speech this morning. So Ben also let slip that now that you're Mr. and Mrs. Ferguson, that you might be looking to be referred to as Fergie. I mean, that name's already been taken, and we refer to Ben as Bergs, so we thought it might be right if you're Bergs and Dergs. So, on that note, I'd like everyone to raise a glass to Bergs and Dergs.
Right, on behalf of, first of all, gentlemen, you may remove jackets. Oh, you have. On behalf of Dan and Ben, I would like to thank you all for coming and celebrating their marriage in this beautiful, what do you call it? Barn. Should have been a field out the back, but it's now you know, I think they've done a wonderful job, as Ben said, Dan said rather, to organise it all and get it all together. So magnificent, well done. I would give a special mention to Mel and Sophie, who travelled in from Portugal to be here. And an even more special mention to Callum, Jacinta and the family who've actually come from Australia. I'll take first prize today for that. But then, well, you all know, I will also introduce my beautiful daughter, our beautiful daughter Danielle. I think you agree she looks absolutely magnificent today. And I'd like to welcome, not sure I would like to, but I do welcome Ben. He's not a bad bloke. Like most dads, I wasn't sure at first, you know, because no one's good enough for your daughter, are they? But there was one morning, I was coming out of the bathroom in my underpants, and he took me to one side and asked me for permission to marry his daughter. And I thought, well, I'm not really dressed for that. I think I did give my permission, but we'll see. Where am I up to? Well, Danielle, you may not believe it because most of you know her in the social scene as being a raver and jumping up and about. Jackie and I know her as a very quiet, very shy shy girl who was always sitting in the corner and never, you know. Well, it's true, isn't it? It's true. She's one of the most
Quietly confident.
quietly confident and easy childs to bring up you could ever wish for. No. We won't mention that bit. But she was so easy to do that, you know, we had a field at the back of our house and I used to go out there with golf balls and she'd stand the other side of the field with a bucket and I was aiming balls at her and she'd try to catch them. She did. Quite often I missed by about 40 yards. But, no, not sick. No. And, what's the other thing? I was going to say now. I've lost me thread now. Back on. That's it. I took her fishing a few times. You know, she used to like fishing. And, one day she caught an exceptionally big fish, and she let go of the rod. So she let go of the rod. So that was the end of that. But so. And then she caught smaller fish, and then, well, when she was born, the day before she was born, I'd been fishing and I caught a little carp. So I've always nicknamed her Little Fish. So that's my nickname for her. She's always been exceedingly clumsy. Whenever we took her out for the day, you know, we had to make sure there was a first aid kit and all of that. Because, you know, she would either, when she was little, we took her to Hove Lagoon and she fell over and knocked herself out. We got to the hospital. We took her ice skating, she fell over, broke her arm, ended up in hospital. She blamed Jackie for that one. Oh, we took her to London Zoo to ride on the elephants, because those of you who are old enough will remember that London Zoo used to give elephant rides when you went in there, and so she was determined to go on an elephant. So I said, we'll go to London Zoo. And when we got there, they hadn't had them for about 10 years. And she was so disappointed, she was rushing across the car park, fell flat on her face and split all her leg up. First aid kit come out again. She's always been kind, thoughtful and gently, quietly confident, and how she managed to keep 30 children in check during the day, I've got absolutely no idea, because I couldn't do it unless there was a backhander involved. But I'm told she does it quietly, in a quiet, confident way. She keeps them all in check. She tries to, and by all accounts, she manages it as well.
It's amazing.
She went to Valdene College, where she, when she left, and we realised afterwards, we saw posters around Brighton, and she was the poster girl. And saying, Danielle done really well, blah 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 blah, and it was a big photograph of Danielle. She was poster girl for Valdene College, which was good. And then, of course, she went to Roehampton University. And it's fair to say the first year she had a bit of a troubled time because I suppose leaving home, etc, etc, etc. So she had 3 brilliant flatmates sitting over there, and she had, since childhood, she's had a really close-knit group of friends, and they are all still together. The majority of them are here today. And those friends, when she was going through a bad time, they all went up every other weekend or every third weekend, took her out for a drink and cheered her up, which was, I thought was amazing. So, well done. So at this point, I think Danielle, she would like me to mention various nans and granddads who unfortunately can't be here. But I know they would all be looking down on us and wishing her all the best, and they'd all have a cheer in her on, they'd all be very, very proud. So if I may, can we just have a little drink to persons not present? Please, thank you. That's very kind. deserved, thanks. I now hand responsibility to look after my little daughter to this bloke here. I've forgotten his name. So far, I must admit, he's done a really good job. They get on really well together, as Dan said. They're so well matched, it's unbelievable, isn't it? So, you know, that's brilliant. So, long may it continue, and now let's raise the glass to Danielle and Ben and wish them a long and happy marriage. Well done. Cheers.
Mine's a few pages long, so it might be a little while. First of all, thank you for everyone for coming today. It's really special for me and Danielle to be able to share this day with you all. So thank you all very much for coming. It's much appreciated, and can't wait to have a great time with you all later on this evening as well. I'm going to be a bit of a parrot here and repeat something that Les has just said as well. But I'd like to thank a couple of people who have come from a very long way away to be here today. So first of all, thank you to my sister Mel, her wife Sophie, and their beautiful baby boy Ronnie. He's gone, he's fallen asleep. They've travelled over from Portugal today to be here, so thank you very much for making that effort and that journey to be here. But that has been beaten, as Les said earlier. Always trying to show the Ferguson family up. But yeah, Danielle's brother, Callum, and his family have come all the way from Australia today. So thank you again for you guys coming over. It's actually been 6 years since Danielle has seen them all. And I've never actually met them. So I think Danielle was actually a little bit more excited about seeing Callum again than she was for getting married to me. So, I'll take it, and that's fine. Danielle knows best. So, but yeah, as I said, I've never actually met Callum before. So I guess you could say I've left it a little bit late to gain the big brother approval, but hopefully I have now, and hopefully I've now upgraded from the first time when I was going out with Danielle. I remember a FaceTime call where I was always referred to as that boy from Hastings. Hopefully I've now upgraded from there a little bit, and I can't, again, stay with us for a week after this. I can't wait to get to know you guys a little bit more as well. Okay, so thank you for coming on. Thank you also to Painting Barn. You guys have been absolutely amazing throughout the whole process of organising this wedding. And I think we can all agree as well, the venue's absolutely stunning. We loved it from the first time we saw it. Danielle, we came, me, my mum and my dad came. Danielle was on FaceTime, she had COVID. But I think Danielle had it planned out from before she met me. So I was pretty confident that she'd like it. So yeah, thank you Painting for putting on an amazing day as well. Okay. I'd also like to thank Danny, our photographer, and Adam, our videographer as well. Again, you guys have been amazing with Danielle this morning. Please just don't get my terrible dance moves later on, as Danielle would agree, they are awful. They are awful. No one wants to see them, so please just cameras away that way. But yeah, thank you to you guys as well. I'd also like to just give a special mention to my beautiful nan, Lynn, who is sat over on the table just over there. It's her late husband and much like granddad for me, Ron. It would have been their 60th wedding anniversary today. So I'm extremely grateful to be able to share this day with you as well. And if me and Danielle can be half as happy as you and Ron were, then we know that we're in for a good time and that we'll have a great rest of our lives. Okay? So again, if you can, just very quickly, raise a glass and just give a quick toast to Lynn and Ron. That would be great. Okay, for Lynn and Ron. Right. Page 2 of 10. So there's also a couple of important people to my right, who is Danielle's mum and dad. So again, I can't thank you two enough for bringing up such a wonderful daughter in Danielle. Again, I think everyone would agree that she's absolutely stunning today, and also the most wonderful, caring, kind person in the world that you could ask for. Okay, I promise that I'll always again protect her and support her. You can trust me with that. Okay. The first time.
Nuts if you like.
But actually, the first time that I met everyone together, I met Les. We went out for a meal, all the family together, and within 2 minutes, the waitress had dropped a baked cheese on the floor. It exploded everywhere, and it went all over me, my back, my hair. And so within the first 5 minutes of meeting Les, he was with his napkin wiping cheese out of my hair, and then Jackie was there as well, getting drunk on the free prosecco that we'd been given as a sorry for what had happened. So I knew at that point that I was going into a bit of a mad family, but I'm absolutely honoured to do so. Right. I'd also like to give a special mention to Jackie as well, and a big thank you. Dan's already mentioned a little bit about COVID. So yeah, when COVID first came around, Jackie took me in and let me go and stay with her and Danielle in Hassocks. And I'm really grateful for that as well, because that allowed me and Danielle to still be together during that time. We didn't quite know that it'd be maybe from March up until July and you'd be stuck with me for all that time. But really grateful for that, and again it allowed me to get to know you a little bit more as well. So again, thank you for doing that. I'm still here, so I did something alright. But again, staying with you for that time, that showed me where Danielle gets her kindness and her caringness from. Okay, so thank you. I'd also then like to thank my mum and dad. We've got Karen and Andy. You've always been the best role models for myself and Mel as well. And I can't thank you enough for the amount of weekends that you've given up, ferrying us around the country, going to play football and cricket. Danielle's very grateful for that, because it means that she doesn't have to do it now, doesn't have to travel around the country. But yeah, thank you for the amount of time that you've given up for myself and Mel, and how you've shown how we should behave as role models as well. This and so many other things show just kind of how selfless you two are, and you've given us both the best kind of possible platform to go and achieve whatever we want to in life. And I hope that we both make you proud every single day, because that's what we both kind of strive to do, and want to make you guys proud every single day. Okay? Thank you also to then my mum as well. Oh, and dad, to be fair.
Him on the end.
No, I have got that right. Yeah, thank you to you both for also taking Danielle in when she made the big move from Hassocks to Hastings. So we wanted to start building a life together, and that involved Danielle moving to Hastings to get a new job, and that allowed us again to kind of carry on that adventure. And yeah, again, can't thank you two enough for welcoming Danielle into the family, and yeah, taking her in and looking after us for all you did. Yeah. So, can I just go cheers very quickly to Karen and Andy, and then also to Les and Jackie as well, both parents. Cheers. So, as well as family, there's some really important people that I'd like to say thank you to in the room as well. To start with, that's my friends and my groomsmen party, who are on the table over there. I was actually chatting to someone who I knew from primary school a couple of weeks ago at the beer festival in Hastings, and he couldn't believe that there was 4 of us who are all still good friends from primary school. That shows kind of how special that bond is, to be as good friends as we are from the age of 4 years old. And then we've added some wonderful people over the years as well from the age of 4. So again, I can't thank you guys, my groups and my friends enough. I couldn't think of a better group of people to have as my group of friends to be by my side for today as well. Okay, so thank you to you guys. So, on to my best man, Dan. You gave a few drunk stories about me. So, there's a lot of drunk stories about Dan. So, Dan's already mentioned, but we've known each other for about 25 years now. Known each other since about 4 years old in primary school. There's been a lot of memories, as I said, but a lot of it does revolve around drinking. So, however, there is one story in year 3 which I don't think you can blame on drinking. So, after lunchtime, we went into the classroom and Dan, no one's eating now so I can say it, Dan threw up cucumber chunks all over the carpet as we came in from lunch. So that's something he can't blame on alcohol, but a lot of other things Dan has done are definitely down to alcohol. Okay, so Saturday nights with Dan became a bit of a routine. So we'd go out, at some point in the night we would lose Dan and you wouldn't know where he is. But you wouldn't have to worry because you would always find him either sat or asleep at the shop bar in Brass Monkey. And he'd have a punnet of strawberries in his hand that he got from behind the bar that he'd use as a chaser for whatever horrendous shot he'd decided to do that night. Normally it was about 10 shots in, he would be asleep with punnets of strawberries in his hand. And he became quite well known in that bar for being at that shop bar. So yeah, Dan, he likes to drink. However, you would then hear the next day from Dan about how his dad had got really annoyed at how he behaved on that night, and you'd wait to hear about how he threatened to kick him out. And then we'd go and repeat that same process next Saturday and hear it all again. So Dan definitely likes to drink. However, you've mellowed, I'd say, in the last couple of years. And people would agree that you are, again, the most kind, caring person that you could find. Everyone who comes across you, Dan, says that you are the nicest, one of the nicest people that they've ever met. So nothing's ever too much for you. And again, I couldn't think of a better person to have as my best man. So thank you for always being there for me, for arranging a great stag do in Cardiff as well, and also for welcoming Danielle into our friendship group as well. Okay, so can we just do a quick toast? Cheers to Dan. I'm close, I'm nearly there, don't worry. So we've now got a few other people to mention. For those of you who don't know, we've got a celebrity in the room today. So that celebrity is James Dunham from ITV News. He won't grab you for an interview today though, so you can sit, relax. He's not going to annoy you, he'll just annoy me and Danielle. So don't worry about that. Thank you, James, for being such an amazing friend to Danielle. You can see from whenever you two are together that you're just nuts. In a nice way, okay? Not even with alcohol, James. Okay? Nuts in general. But you two, you can see, you'll always just be off giggling in a corner together. No one will know why you're giggling together. And then you'll just suddenly burst out into rendition of Share Believe, and everyone will not have a clue what's going on. But to you two, it's amazing. So that friendship that you've got, amazing, and again, so happy that you are in our life, Danielle's life, and that being such a good friend that you have been as well to Danielle. Okay. We've also then got, where are they? Maddie. So thank you for being such a beautiful bridesmaid today as well. You're all so kind, always wanting to have fun, and most importantly, you'll entertain Danielle's obsession for Pop World. So I don't have to do that, which is great. So thank you for doing that as well. It's a big help. But yeah, thank you for everything that you've done throughout today, throughout Danielle's life as well. You've always been such an amazing friend. And again, Danielle loves you, and I love you as well, from knowing you as well. Yeah, so thank you, Maddie. And then lastly, we've got our beautiful maid of honour, Amy, sat at the front here. As soon as we got engaged, Amy was the first person that Danielle wanted to tell that we had got engaged. It was Christmas morning, so we FaceTimed Amy, and Amy was actually too busy cooking breakfast to notice a big ring up in the air into the camera. And it was only actually until she turned around and saw Amy's mum, Natalie, over there, bawling her eyes out in the background, that she then actually noticed that myself and Danielle were engaged. You managed to make Danielle survive a hen do, which is amazing. So arranged a great couple of days away in Benidorm. You deserve a medal for making sure that Danielle got through that hen do. As we've now heard, she's a liability. So, thank you very much for making such amazing memories for her as well. Thank you also though, just for being such an amazing friend to her. Again, you've kind of been by her side the whole time, you're a true friend to her, and everyone needs a friend like you, Amy. So thank you again for being such an amazing friend to myself, but mainly Danielle. Right, last bit. Danielle. So, firstly, Danielle, if anyone wants a wedding planner, go to Danielle, because she's done an unbelievable job today putting this all together. I barely even knew there was a wedding taking place today. Danielle's arranged everything. She's normally quite stressed out, but actually had no stresses, and that's all because of Danielle and what she's done. So thank you for being a good wedding planner, first and foremost. She's allowed to get stressed on the way here, that's fine. I think we can all agree she looks absolutely stunning today. I'm proud to now be able to call you my wife. For those of you that don't know, we actually met on Tinder. So it was actually love at first swipe for us both. I told her I wouldn't do any cheesy jokes. But Danielle would always take the mickey out of me that from the very first time I met her, I was super keen to actually meet her again. And I'll admit for the first time now, I've said no, I wasn't, she was alright. But today, yeah, from the first time that I met you, Danielle, I knew that you were the one for me and I needed to have you in my life. So I'll admit that now. Again, we mentioned we had an ultimate test during lockdown, in the fact that we maybe wouldn't have seen each other so much, but luckily we didn't put each other off, so we managed to stay through that, not annoy each other, and what was that?
Too much.
So yeah, we've not annoyed each other too much, but no, it's allowed us to again even get to know each other more when it was at the very start of our relationship. So again, that just brought us closer together, and I actually couldn't have asked for a better way to maybe kickstart that, because it meant that we couldn't be apart, and that's how we got to know each other so well, even more. if anything, it made me realise kind of how I want to spend the rest of my life being silly with you, and how that's our favourite thing to do at the moment, and will forever be our favourite thing to do, just being silly, being goofy, and just having lots of fun. I'm grateful for how sleepy you get, so that I can sit and watch football on Sunday without being interrupted. It's a big bonus. I'll wait till she's fallen asleep at 2 o'clock and then football goes on. But in all seriousness, I've never met someone who is as kind and thoughtful as Danielle. It amazes me every day, your desire to make the world a better place. And so please can we show our love to my new wife and raise a glass to Danielle. And so just to finish, so the last thing I'd like to say is I hope you all have a fantastic evening and join us on the dance floor a little bit later to not see my terrible dance moves. You're okay. You're right. I'm moving to sleep.
Tonight I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel like I'm so smooth. And the world is turning inside out, yeah. Floating around in ecstasy. So, are we here to party or what? Through the sky, like the time if I go over gravity.
think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I want